YouTube! I thought this video might be worth remaking. The first one was pretty shaky and midnight RSV brain. Uh, Thought maybe I could describe it a little better. A day later and a little bit earlier in the day. That being 9 p.m. The kids are finally bed. What do we have here? This is the boring machine I made, inspired by Timber Doodles. His looks like it was stick welded out of angle iron, and well, this place is a real fire hazard, and it's rainy outside. I don't want to weld, so I just started making it out of wood. I was doing a bunch of cabinets, so I was kind of in that mind space anyway. Let's review, shall we? It's just all hard maple. This is some 3/4 stainless left from a lifting machine repair I did. Some bushings that I got 10 years ago for a project that never happened. And what happened? I wanted the drill bit and the drill access to be pretty close to this shaft so that I could put a single stop on this shaft, and it wouldn't kind of tweak itself over or jam on the linear slides there. So that's why it's asymmetric. It does look a little funny. What else? I wanted it to be light. As I was going, I was like, oh man, I really overbuilt this thing like I always do, but it's not too bad. I imagine the one that Timber Doodles made is a bit lighter, but it's not cumbersome anyway. What else is there to say? I was in a hurry the whole time, I just making it in nights like this, and to cut out this slot, I just cut this kerf in and then went around with the bandsaw, anticipating this would get all warped, but it didn't. So I was gonna put a spline in here or something, but it just doesn't seem important. And of course, it's like I thought it would kind of suck and I'd have to make it again. But so far it's good. I know I haven't really put it to use yet. This is it's like the biggest piece of timber laying around right now. I mean, there's more outside, but I need to get a project here. It's not really an option to work for free, so I gotta wait till somebody needs a shed, and I will timber frame it. Let's talk about the slide here. I wanted to do this all in one take, so I didn't have to use the editor. I'm just so freaking primitive here. It's the motion is very smooth. I like this. So I actually cut. You can kind of imagine how I did this. I cut these two assemblies kind of at the same time, and I planed these faces flat, and everything's kind of made to reference off this. I think I drilled these holes first and kind of lined it up on the shaft and maybe bored the centers for these two holes all the way through to keep it in line, and then I clamped this shaft to the table saw and used it as the fence to cut the dado for this piece here. I was just trying to keep everything nice and parallel and square. There was a sequence to it. And if you look at it a sec, you can imagine this is all glued together, this whole arm system. And it's sort of gained into the side of the base there. So the way it goes together is this shaft. There's these set screws, top and bottom, just drywall screws, top and bottom, and it pulls all the way out the top, and then this carriage slides off of the spline here, or the slide, I guess, slides off this way. That's how it comes apart. And this strut is all just glued and screwed as well. And then this is just weight relief, butt relief, I suppose. Does it need that much explanation? If you want to build your own, maybe it's helpful. I'm sure there's a better way to do it. I just, it's nice if you can kind of cut everything in a sequence, whether it's welded or wood, to keep everything lined up nice. Here, I'm gonna try to point the camera down at it and drill a hole again. Oh, the clamp's right in the way. Look at that. Hang on. There we go. Drill a couple holes. Maybe I'll leave the cell phone out of it this time, huh? Can he bear in 2026? Did that just scoot? Was that just me, or did that scoot? You gotta watch watch it on the video. We'll see. I wonder if that slid. I was gonna buy a little collar stop for this, and it was $13, and money's tight, so I made one for $0. Oh, this thing is a joy. It's kind of fun. Should we do one more just for good luck? We'll do one more right here. I think it wiggles at that depth because I'm overlapping holes. I think that's what's going on. Here, while we're here, I'll show you my planing beam. It's really nothing special, but yeah, maybe it's interesting to somebody. What do we have here? We have a 2x10 on the floor, and that's I plane a lot up here, so it's easier on my feet than the concrete. It's just the Japanese style planing beam. So here you can see the section. It's got a little stop on there because we were doing cabinet parts. But this what is it? This kind of shelf on the side is for the joiner plane for joining the sides, and the top is just for planing faces of anything narrower than say 8 inches, and then my stops are just some big old nails, and I filed kind of a sharp edge on the top there to catch the wood, and that's how I plane all the trim for a 3,500 square foot house, and it looks pretty sharp. I'm happy with it. Just it's attached to a barn post there. That end's just a triangle of wood. Should attach it at a lathe. That would hold it still. It's just a 6x6. I planed true. Yeah.